Greetings and salutations, so on and all. Welcome to Community and Finance right here on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. How you doing? How are each and every one of you doing? I want to say big ups to those who are locked in right now, those on TuneIn Radio. The night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Across upon One Harmony Radio, top of the morning to you guys over there in the UK. Those on PEMGTV.com, welcome. Those on WGLRO, the People Station, taking you from the sheets to the streets with the Donnie Walker Morning Show. Touching from Detroit to Denmark and all points in between. Welcome. And of course, those right here at kevinstew.com, home of the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. So glad to have you. I couldn't do it without you. And you have my word, I wouldn't even try. Have some new music coming to you from here in South Florida to kick off the show tonight. It's not music that is new to us, but it is newly recorded. This is EQ and their rendition of Lovely Day.
EQ with a lovely day. EQ, lovely day.
Yeah.
Some of you might be familiar with them as the Edwards Quartet.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Hey.
When I wake up in the morning, Lord, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, Lord, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Oh, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Oh yeah, so lovely.
When the day lies ahead of me, seems impossible to face. When someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
I so like it. You know, it's one of those songs that
Just one look at you.
it just you can't help but have your mood change when you listen to this song. If you're in a bad mood, it becomes better. If you're in a better mood, it becomes the best. If you're in the best mood that you can think of being in, it just makes it besterer. Yeah, that's check it out. It's in the Stew Dictionary. Want to welcome those tuned in on Facebook Live. Remember, this is only temporary. So welcome, Facebook Livers. Want to say big ups to our sponsors for this segment of the show. Paul C Media Group, and being in a moment is priceless. You give them a call. They provide innovative streaming and recording solutions. Number to reach them 754-999-6020 or connect with them online at paulcmg.com. What can they do for you? Everything you see right here on kevinstew.com. You have a website that you have an idea of creating, they can create it for you. You already have a website, but you're looking for a place to host it, they can host it for you. You want to do some streaming on your website like I do, you get the picture. But if you have live events also and you want to stream that from your event, you don't particularly have a website or anything and you want a place to stream it, this is where you can stream it. PulseMG, PEMGTV.com. Again, 754-999-6020 is the number to get in touch with them. Give them a call, visit them at paulcmg.com and say, hey, listen, I heard about you on kevinstew.com. What can you do for me? Thanks also to Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hands. Althea SU is a licensed massage therapist operating out of Broad County, North Miami-Dade and South Palm Beach counties. She comes to you, brings her table, she has her oils, and of course those healing heavenly hands. Oh, which reminds me, I need to share on social media a picture of me just before I got my massage this past week.
When the day lies ahead of me, seems impossible to face.
It is before and not after, because to be honest, I have no clue what happened after.
Then I look at you.
Just go ahead and give her a call, 954-655-9000, or email her at thealater@att.net and say, hey, listen, can you come and do a massage for me? I live in Boca, Pembroke Pines, Western. You get the picture. South Palm Beach County, North Miami-Dade, and all points in between. You get it? Thanks also to Reggae Global Entertainment. Reggae Global Entertainment can be your booking agent, take care of your tour management, your copyright, your publishing, your trademarks, your business registration, your legal services, music production, marketing and promotion, and so much more. Give them a call, 954-998-8034. Or you can reach out to them on reggaeglobalentertainment.com.
Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely time.
And big ups to GMAC Music Solutions. Thank you, GMAC. Normally handles our musical therapy segment. They provide sound, light, and stage production services, musical equipment, audio engineers, PA systems, DJs, bands, musicians, singers, and so much more. Give them a call, 954-307-GMAC. That's 754-307-4622. And you can check them out at gmacmusicsolutions.com. You can also do your online shopping there.
Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be
The sound of EQ from right here in South Florida, the Edwards Quartet.
At you.
What a lovely day. Want to say big ups to my brother from another mother, Stewie Wagwan, Pastor Everon Stewart. And when I tell you, my brother is a real brother, yeah? Not because we have the same last name, but it's a real brother. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want to introduce to you someone who is no stranger. So I don't even think I really need to introduce her. But holding down the fort with me tonight, really and truly, I'm just going to pass it off to her. She doesn't know it yet, but don't tell her I said so. I'm just going to pass it off to her and kick back and relax. Those of you who are tuned in on Facebook Live, remember this is only temporary, so jump on over to kevinstew.com where you'll get the whole show without interruptions. In a little while I'll be jumping off Facebook Live, but before I do so, go ahead and call a friend, tell them, hey, listen, Stew is on. If you want to catch this part of the show, you can do so right now. So link up, connect up who you need to connect up with. All I know is that you have some good information coming to you from this young lady here. Now, like I said, no stranger to the night shift. So, without further ado, I bring to you Miss, Audrey.
Yeah.
Do I really need to introduce you? Ladies and gentlemen, Audrye Arbre.
Thank you. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool, Kevin. Thank you so very much. I
Welcome.
don't know who knows me, who doesn't know me. Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
I should say welcome back.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It is always such an absolute pleasure to share time, energy, and effort with you. You are such brilliant and loving and caring and right out there.
I thank you. Flattery will get you everywhere. Please don't stop.
But it's true. It's true. So would you like me to simply jump into discussing what I'm going to call isms, healing isms, and that kind of stuff?
Well,
Just jump in? Yes, I can.
Yeah, I know you can, but before that, how are you, Audrey? How are you?
How am I? I am actually amazing. I am not liking, let me state this right there, I don't like people dying.
Yes.
And I don't like people being hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a healer. That stuff is not for me. I'm an empath, so I can sense a lot.
Right,
so
right.
that, and nor do I like our planet being destroyed. Okay? All of that being said and understood,
Yes.
I personally, within myself, I'm good.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons is I know how to meditate.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to get centered. And if I didn't, I'd be off the wall. Okay? Because if a person, really, because if anyone doesn't know how to center, and right now it is particularly important, and especially with some of the astrological transits going on, very much so, because there can be, I'm going to say all this as lovingly and caringly and elegantly as I can.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff going on, and it can get raucous.
Mm-hmm.
And especially there's some stuff going on smack in the middle of August that can be disruptive. Doesn't have to be, but it can be. So any of us can be triggered. I was a couple of days ago. Big lesson. I allowed myself to be triggered, and I didn't say anything nasty, but I did get annoyed. And in an environment, I prefer not to get annoyed, period. But in an environment I really would have preferred not to, and I said I was angry, I was this, I was that.
Right.
and that I was going to collect my feelings and get it together. I later sent an email of apology, and when I'm back in that particular group, I will do that. So I've cleaned up anything that any energetic, quote unquote, mess
Yes.
that I might have made, because that's just not my way. So, but I feel good. Thank
Nice.
you. You. How about you,
You know,
Mr. Man?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. The my vibe today was a little bit up and down.
Mm-hmm.
I went on the road today. I got some stuff done. I started off the day kind of rocky. Wasn't really feeling well this morning. But as the day progressed, things improved, and I had to go out on the road to get something done, and I did that late in the day, and I kind of closed out my day tuning into the Real Rockers show with Marlon Burrell.
Mm.
From between 7 and 10, he broadcast before my show on a Monday and Wednesday, and that helped to calm my vibe, getting through some of the things that I had to do today, which had been on a list one of those particular things I've been meaning to do since last year.
Ah, well,
So,
then I congratulate you on getting it done.
yeah. So,
Mm.
keep your ears peeled for that one. Some good news to come, all being well this weekend. I'll let
Oh, I
everybody know
definitely
about
want
it.
to. Please,
But,
absolutely,
but
absolutely.
yeah, and on any given Monday through Wednesday, the highlight of my day is getting to 10 p.m.
Ah, your show.
Yes, yes. It is
I can
therapy
relate
for me.
to that. I can understand that. And why is it therapy for you? In what way?
Because this show is pretty much an extension of me, and I get to share a bit of myself with everyone, and I get to learn something more after each show. You know, familiar material or not, well, most of the time I have become familiar with the material from before, but I still leave learning something. Even though I'm presenting it, I leave
Yep,
learning something.
that's
And
fabulous.
yeah, and that's a great feeling for me. The fact that I can do this, the fact that I can share the knowledge of someone else, share the business that someone is doing, share information through this medium being presented by someone else. The fact that I can share it
That's a communicator, and that's
yeah.
one level of it. Fabulous.
So yeah, it really does a lot for me. And this particular broadcast tonight, this particular show, I I have been waiting for a while to do this. You and I have been talking about this for a little while now,
Well,
and it comes at a time where it is much needed discussion, and it is much needed resources, and you provide for us some resources tonight,
thank you.
and I thank you
Thank
for
you.
that.
It is my pleasure. I absolutely honor you for allowing this. I think then maybe what we'll do is do like a little sort of an experiment. And for anyone listening right now or on the repeat or however they're listening,
Yes.
I'm going to name, and this for you too,
Mm-hmm.
this for all of us,
Okay.
because a lot of people will say, and I know because I talk about this isn't new,
Mm-hmm.
but I talk to people not every minute, I give thanks to that, about racism, sexism, anti-Semitism, anti-Semitism, anti-gay, pro-gay, all this.
Right.
And right now it is so up and happening. I don't have to go into any detail on that. A person would have to be on Mars or something, not
Right.
to be aware that this is up in a
Mm-hmm.
lot of ways. And I've had people say to me years ago, and including now, oh no, not me. I'm not racist. I'm not sexist. I'm not this. I'm not that.
Mm.
And I'm a clairvoyant. And I look at them. I can't say, well, blah, if I don't know them. But most people, okay, have some vestiges of some of this somewhere in them, and some have a lot.
Right.
Some have it all denied, covered over, justify, all kind of whatever words one wants to use, because now they don't have a good meaning, and most people want to think well of themselves. You know, I'm the good one, you're the bad one, like they're making a you and I, like a we and them.
Right. Right.
And you get that? It doesn't matter who the we and them, okay? I'm not going to get into we and them right now. I'm not going to lay, this one's the good one, that one's the good. I'm not going to play that right now. So what the guy said, I'm going to name just a few different things, and you don't have to write. You don't have to do anything. Anyone listening, just pay attention to what happens inside of you, your feeling response or your vibrational response, or if your body twitches or gets tight or absolutely nothing. When I say the words I'm going to say, I'll say like one or two words,
Mm-hmm.
do a pause, and then say them again. This isn't going to be a long thing, so you can pay attention to what happens inside of you.
Okay.
Okay? White man, black man, brown man, gold man, yellow man, red man, white woman, black woman, brown woman, gold woman, yellow woman, red woman, heterosexual, gay person, lesbian, transgender, bisexual, intersexual, monogamous, polygamous, Catholic, Christian, Protestant, Jewish, Hindu, Muslim, Baha'i, Yoruba, Wiccan, American, Russian, Iraqi, African, racist, sexist, anti-Semitic. Those are the words.
Mm.
And then it's going to ask, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, Kevin, but this is to anybody and everyone listening. Did you have any different responses in your body, in your head? Did your internal dialogue make a comment? The internal dialogue are the voices in your head that go, yuck, I don't like this. Oh, I need to move. Oh, that's a horrible choice. That's the internal dialogue.
Right.
Okay. Was there any kind of response to any of this, and was it different for any of them? Now, if you want to, you can answer this. You don't have to.
Oh, I got some responses.
Okay. Were they all positive and wonderful? Were some of them not so much? Do you want to discuss any of them?
For the most part, it was it was responses of what I believe would be the connotation to associate with the words that you called.
Okay.
So
Now,
go ahead.
some people will get like a relaxed response to some of the words, and different people, different response. There's no right or wrong, by the
Right.
way. I'm not coming to anyone's house and testing you. I am not.
Right.
Okay? This is for you, whoever is listening. This is literally for you.
Yeah, we're not getting graded on this.
No, because if each of us refuses to pay attention to what's going on within ourselves, then we become the unconscious purveyors of the ism with justification and no, it's not me, and I would never, or yes, it's me, and I'm glad because they suck. Oh, excuse my language, but I'm good. Figure out if there's no. I didn't say who the they or who you get this. It's
Right.
language, okay? So there will be people that on some of these words, and I kept it all clean. I kept it really up like that.
Yes,
There
yes.
could be others that I'm not even going to go. I'm not doing. That some they could smile and go, yeah, and others it's like, ugh, and all of that. Pay attention to that. Because those are all attached to a belief system, most of which was taught,
Right.
much of which is conditioned. Not always is true. And if anyone has ever met any number of people of any kind of grouping, one will discover, and I'm going to say something that's so basic it's almost silly to say, but nonetheless, there are positive and wonderful people in any group, no matter what the group is, and then there could be some yucky poo kind of
Right,
person
right,
in that same group.
right.
So, yeah, I mean, in my experience on the earth, and I've done some traveling, and I'm from New York, now I'm in Florida. So, I mean, I've met a few people from many different places with different belief systems, and I've looked at history, and I've looked at culture, and I've looked at art, and I've been amazed at the genius and the beauty and the just brilliance in every kind of culture. And I have been, and I'm going to say it straight up, horrified at some of the heinousness, disgusting. That's my judgment. I grant you this.
Right.
So I can willing to let that go. Of in those same cultures. From, I don't know the same person because some of these cultures are long gone and all of that. So if we as individuals refuse to look within, we are going to individually or collectively propagate negativity. Now, I understand anger. I mean, very much. I understand frustration. I understand I've had enough of it. It needs to change. All of that. And my suggestion on the earth right now and in this country right now, I'm going to say first, I love our planet. I absolutely adore the planet Earth.
Right.
I
Not
feel
that
we
you've
have been
been
given,
on any other.
I beg your pardon?
Not that you went to visit any other.
Not in this life and this body. That doesn't mean that's a whole other conversation.
Right.
Okay? But I do look at how beautiful.
Yes.
Look at the stunning beautifulness of our planet. I mean, and all different kinds of stuff. And it feeds us, and it gives us everything with the sun and all that. I mean, everything. So the gratitude to be on this planet is huge, okay? At least for me.
Right.
And it doesn't mean my life's always been easy at all. So when I see people rampantly destroying, whether it's the air or the earth, I get sick inside, okay? And so my suggestion is, no matter what one's belief or what one's justification, stop the violence. Find a positive way. And that's the creativity that's required right now. At this time, we cannot, as a species, continue behaving. You did blah to me, so I'm going to do blah to you. In fact, I'll do one better and do double blah to you.
Right.
To show you how strong and powerful. That doesn't work. That just creates war. So it's important and I know what I'm saying. Some people might think I'm being silly or naive and all that. I'm telling you, I'm not. It's important to know how to transmute our feelings as quickly as possible. And I told you just a few days ago, in a relatively nothing thing, okay, not a big hoo-ha.
Right.
I got annoyed and said, I'm annoyed.
Right.
And I didn't just say, I'm annoyed. I said, I am annoyed with you. And like, okay. And because if we don't, and with some of the astrological transits, which means some of what the planets are doing and the energy that can occur, we're living some of it, okay?
Right.
We don't want to create, I don't want to create a conflagration on this planet. That's not how to handle stuff. We have to transmute it to a higher level so we take positive actions that create what we want. Because if we look at stuff, what do people really, really, really desire? Truly. Some people may think, well, I want to have justice, so I have to destroy, fill in the blank. This one, that one, the other one, blah, blah, blah. You did this to me, so I've got to, okay?
Right.
So that's, I don't remember the exact words, but it was the Dalai Lama who said, if we keep doing an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, we're going to have people that are toothless and blind, something like that. But,
yeah.
But he said it in slightly better than that. Who needs that?
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to do us any good, okay? And the person walking around toothless and blind, I can guarantee they're not going to be happy with that. They'd rather have teeth and eyes that work. So we have to go to a higher level.
Yes.
That's required. We could no longer continue living at what I'm going to call normal third-dimensional reality. And the fact is, on a spiritual realm, and I'm not talking religious folks, I'm talking on a high-level spiritual energetic frequency realm, that's already happening. That's literally happening. There are new vibrational energies coming in. They've been coming in for a while. They're definitely here. I have a course on that called Morph into the Magic of Self-Love. Can I say this? Can I talk about it?
Yes.
Well, morph into the magic of self-love, soul essence love, and ego personality love. Ego personality self. Because when people individually or as a group decide, well, I don't like that group, okay, and come up with good reasons, normally they're actually manufactured reasons. It's usually because, and I'm making this really simplistic, it's usually because the group going pulley on that other group has some kind of insecurity about themselves. They have some kind of hidden agenda, usually having to do with some kind of control and manipulation. And they're not looking to create something positive in the world. They're not.
Right.
They're looking to create something damaging that is not what anyone does good for themselves by listening to.
Is that being created from a place of just their beliefs and them being focused on what they feel is right?
Yeah, and it's from ego. It
Okay.
isn't even from a higher perspective. You meditate? Have you meditated all?
I do at times, yes.
When you do you go to a different energy within yourself?
Yeah, I when I meditate, I typically focus on what's happening internally, and
Okay.
I tune out the external.
Okay. I can do a few minutes breathing attunement. Maybe take 3 or 4 minutes. And people usually people will do, I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to guide people to do it. Otherwise, you're not going to understand it.
Right.
And normally, I have to get myself more centered and lift my frequency. And I'll tell you how I do it.
Mm-hmm.
And when people practice this every day, I have to practice it every day. when I read or heard in an interview that Deepak Chopra does meditating for 2 hours a day, 2 hours, and he's a very high frequency person, and he does 2 hours. I do not do 2 hours.
Yeah, that's a whole show for
Okay?
me. I am, so that I'd
But
have to
that's,
meditate through my show.
yeah, but that's what he does to maintain his vibration.
Right.
So when people are acting from third dimension, it's ego. It's ego. And ego bounces against ego. It doesn't know how to go to the higher realm. That's not its job. Ego's job, so-called, is to keep one somewhat healthy in the third dimension. You see it, smell it, taste it, hear it, feel it. Did I leave anything out of the file? We have other senses. We have all the internal senses.
Mm.
We have, we call it the clairsentient, clairaudient, clear, all of these. Knowing how to use our intuition, knowing how to use higher reason. And when people don't do that and use everyday reason or everyday logic and not the higher frequencies, it's not the best way anymore. I don't think it ever has been, but that's a whole other conversation. It's not the best way now.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's what Einstein says. It's what, I'm going to paraphrase this also, you might know the exact quote. But if one wants to get a solution, you can't be doing the same things you did in the same way you did for the problem, because you'll just be in the problem. You have to do it in better, different, higher way.
Right.
And a lot of people are not doing that. They're just going to justify their rage and their anger and their pain. And I'm not saying there isn't justification. Don't misunderstand that.
Right. They're stuck on the hamster wheel.
Huh?
They're just pretty much stuck on the hamster wheel.
Yes, because we have to go beyond.
Right.
And we have to.
There's one person that just commented. There's one person that just commented on social media that said, when I meditate, I just go to sleep. I guess that's another level. That's another level of being relaxed. I guess it just knock you out.
Well, it's also meditation. Every day I do a morning walk, and now and then I get to it in the afternoon. Okay, under the trees. My guides let me do that.
Right.
So if you live somewhere where it's pretty, where there are trees, where it's actually a pleasure to be outside,
mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm in Florida, okay, so put on your little Florida clothes. You have to dress up for this.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, it's like, you have to, this isn't like, okay, you could see it on my Instagram. I am not dressed up, okay? And take some breathing. And first, this isn't what I was going to teach you, but I'm going to tell you this so you don't fall asleep when you're doing this. And then I'll teach you a relatively simple breathing attunement.
Mm-hmm.
Notice the sky. Notice the green of the plant. I'm so fascinated by iguanas. We don't have iguanas in New York. We have rats, okay? And iguanas are green. They're prettier, okay?
Yes.
Not that I'm running around where I live. I don't want an iguana in my apartment. No, I don't. Okay. I don't. Okay. I freak out. Okay, it's like, go away. But outside, they're green, okay? Let yourself really notice the beauty. And so as you're walking, and I mean walk, I don't mean go slowly like in 3-inch heels when as a woman wants to look all cute. That's not how to do the morning walk. Wear sneakers or whatever you use so you can move. Breathe from your diaphragm. Walk at a good pace. I can walk fast, okay? Not when it's raining. Not a smart idea. When it's safe to walk fast. Breathe. If you're only near the trees, you don't need to wear a mask. If anybody comes anywhere near you, then pop your mask on your face.
Right.
Absolutely. I'm not going to, but if you're only near the trees and nobody is near you, breathe of that air. We need it. And as you're doing it, you can repeat to yourself on and off whatever. I am wonderful. I am love. Look at this gorgeous world. money comes, this is a good one. Money comes to me instantly, constantly, and abundantly.
Mm.
I'll say it again. Money, I got this from a friend of mine. I will mention her name, from Sharon Lynn Wyeth. Money comes to me instantly, constantly, and abundantly. And then if your internal dialogue goes, no, it doesn't, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then you see right there how you yourself, whoever you may be, are preventing the good to come to you. So you pay attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
That's your own internal dialogue preventing the good to come to you.
Right. That's I've always grown up hearing, you speak it into being, and that is pretty much it right there, what you're saying. Before you go on any further, Audrey, I want to say, see you guys on Facebook Live. Toodles. Jump on over to kevinstew.com. The link is right there in the description. If if you have difficulty just typing in kevinstew.com. But come on over to kevinstew.com and listen to the rest of what Audrey has to say. This is where I part company with Facebook Live for today. So, you guys, deuces. Okay.
Thank you. Most people forget what we are.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know. That's why I have to do breathing attunements. I have to touch these higher realms. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because otherwise, like a lot of people can say we're a soul, oh, God made me, but that's just words. They're nice words,
Yes.
but if someone doesn't feel it or doesn't know how to connect, they're empty words. They don't have power. They don't have power. Like I teach my clients a whole lot of stuff, okay? And I tell them, because they ask me, can I teach it? I said, when you practice it, when you know it, when you've made it yours, when it's real to you, then you can teach it.
Mm.
I said, give credit where you learned it, because that's simple respect. I said, but then you can teach it. Until you've learned it and practiced it, and it's part of you, you won't really be able to teach it, because you won't have, I'm going to say, the internal authority to do it.
Right.
It won't be good. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. So what we are, this is what it comes down to. There are a lot of people now talking about the deep state and, oh God, I don't want to get into details on this, how disgusting that we're on, all that, okay? So I'm not going to get into is that true or not true. I do think there's a bunch of blah, 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 yuck, yuck, yuck going on, okay?
Right.
I'm not going to say who's the lead about. I'm not going to go into that. But what most people who say that, yes, in my opinion, is that our highest level, and I don't know that I know our highest level, the highest level that I've so far touched personally is that we really are from a vibration of energy and light. And that's what we're made of. And
Yes.
that goes beyond third dimensional reality. And that goes way beyond the quote unquote deep state, which is a yucky thing. Okay. I'm not saying it's real, and I'm not going to get into that right now. But what we really are in our essence is higher. And when we touch that, which is what's required now on some level, and I've had a near-death experience, and it was real. And I have, God, it brings tears to my eyes. I have seen the shiny light beings. I have been in their presence, and that's what I call them, because that's what they look like to me.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny light beings. I've been there. Okay, I didn't die. Okay, and that's a whole other story that I won't get into now. But I've been with the shiny light beings, and I've written 4 books. I've written 2. I can write. I can talk. There are no words. There are no words that I can bring to bear about how amazing how filled with light and energy and love that realm is. And I was on the outer part of it, okay? This was a near-death experience, okay?
Right.
And that is what we come from, all of us, even the ones that act like that, even that, okay? They may have forgotten, and they may be acting like what I call discordant ego. Never mind other things, but that's what we will come from. So if we want to have a little taste, even of being calm, because if we don't know how to get calm, then we're at the mercy of either our own rampaging vibrational feelings or whatever's going on outside.
Right.
And there's plenty. So do I have your permission to do a simple, maybe 3-minute breathing attunement that would be in harmony with anyone's religion or not religion or any of that stuff?
Oh, yes.
Would that be okay?
That's okay.
Okay, folks. So if you're listening now, sit down. You don't do this standing up. And don't do it if you're driving a car. Do not do it if you do not. Because I'm going to have you close your eyes. Do not do it if you're cutting an apple or anything. You need to be able to really focus on this and relax. And not focus, I have to concentrate. You need to be able to relax.
Right.
And let go. So take off your shoes. Loosen anything that's tight. Ladies, that means if your bra is too tight, loosen it. Guys, if you've got, or a woman, a shirt that's buttoned too tight by the neck or anything, loosen it. If your belt, anything, loosen it, take it off. For me, if I'm wearing jewelry, and I love jewelry, I have to take most of it off because it pings and then I can't do this. The energy doesn't flow. Just, well, I'm a sensitive. And I'm going to take a moment to raise my vibration. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do, and then I'm going to guide you. And I'm going to get, I'm going to keep this simple for right now. What we're going to be doing is inhaling with our nose, holding the breath gently, and exhaling with our mouth, and then holding that breath gently. We're going to do it 11 times. You're not going to count. Do not count. Focus on the breath, which I will guide you. And the way that I count it, because you can't count it in your head or in my head, because it takes away from the breathing, and that's not what you want to do.
Right.
I simply move. It does. It takes it away. I move the fingers of my left hand consecutively. I start with either my pinky or my thumb, whichever. And every time there's an inhalation, I move one finger and then do the hand twice. And then I do the thumb on my right hand. That's just the way I've come up with doing it. And by that time, you will be in another space. So I'm going to just lift my energy, and then I'm going to guide you. So get yourself comfortable. I'll be with you in a moment.
Okay. So it's feet flat on the floor.
They can be flat on the floor if they reach. I'm 4'10". My feet don't always reach the floor. I sit cross-legged in half lotus. I do it all the time. That's really short class. You can't no, it hikes right up to meh. Okay?
Right.
But if your feet do reach the floor, then yeah, your feet on the ground. Doesn't work for me. So I sit cross-legged. Some people call it half lotus. It's easy for me. You have to sit so you're comfortable. If you do something and you can't sit, don't do it. Sit so you're comfortable.
Right.
And have something nice soft behind your head so your head is leaning on something comfortable, so you're not like, ugh, this hurts. You need to be comfortable.
Okay.
Okay, now, Sit comfortably. We're going to get you started, taking a nice deep breath into your heart and gently release. Breathe in white and golden light into your heart. Hold and release. Let go. Breathe in pink, beautiful golden light into your heart. And now breathe. Taking a nice deep breath with your nose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale with your mouth. Exhale. Hold. Inhale with your nose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale with your mouth. Exhale. Hold. Inhale through your nose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale through your mouth. Exhale. Hold. Inhale through your nose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale through your mouth. Exhale. Hold. Inhale through your nose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale through your mouth. Exhale. Hold. Inhale through your nose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale through your mouth. Exhale. Hold. Inhale through your nose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale through your mouth. Exhale. Hold. Inhale through your nose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale through your mouth. Exhale. Hold. Inhale through your nose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale through your mouth. Exhale. Hold. Inhale through your nose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale through your mouth. Exhale. Hold. Inhale through your nose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale through your mouth. Exhale. Hold. Now breathe gently in your normal manner. And if your eyes had been closed, allow them. I'll bring you out gently. As you feel ready, you may gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Gently begin to move your hands on your wrist, your feet on your ankles. Gently at your own pace, begin to pat your body. Gently begin to move your upper body, your shoulders. Gently begin to move your head on your neck. And when you have your face upward on your neck, facing forward, and you feel ready, gently and slowly begin to open your eyes. And Kevin, when you're ready to speak, and don't rush, it's okay. Let us know if you feel any different.
So much more relaxed.
See? How many minutes did we spend doing this?
I don't know.
4, 3,
I didn't
at
check.
most. Me either. At most 5. At most. So if we could spend, and this is easy, we breathe through our nose or our mouth. This was not a hard thing.
Right.
We inhale and exhale all the time. If we didn't, we would cease to be here.
Yeah.
Okay? We have to breathe. So when someone learns how to do this, and you don't need me to guide you, although you can, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can do this, and I can teach a lot more, okay? But this, in 5 minutes or less, can get someone centered. And the more one does it, by the way, the easier it becomes,
Yes.
and the longer one can do the inhalation and the exhalation. I'm still learning Zoom. I feel so, everybody practically can do Zoom. I've locked people out of my own Zoom. I locked myself out of my own Zoom. But I'm doing my own Zoom event, shows, whatever you call them, a Zoom thing.
Zoom meeting, yeah.
Zoom show, Zoom, whatever it's called. And it's 3:00 p.m. Eastern Time. It will be live, okay, on Saturdays. I'm almost afraid to let people know because I don't know if I'll do it correctly this Saturday. I've saved up about 5 of them, and I don't remember the number on it. This is good I am with it. But it's called Audrye Now Invites You, Healing, Growth, Fun, Bliss, because I'm teaching stuff.
Right.
It's just, it's like I have to. I don't mean I'm being forced. It's just in me to do this because it's time for a give back, okay? That people get so upset and don't know how to get centered and let feelings run away and don't know how to get it out of them. That's why I teach. That's why I have courses. That's why I do this. So, and those I charge for. This one is free. And find me. Okay, my website. Can I give my website?
Yes, please. It's one of the reasons why I have this show.
Okay, so my website is Audrye Now, AudryeNow.com. Audrye Now, AudryeNow.com. And if you really would like to take some steps to really clear yourself about any isms, and nobody's judging you. Don't judge yourself either. It won't work. You'll only make it worse.
Right.
Okay? Okay, so I'm not saying not to be responsible or accountable. Yes, be responsible and accountable. Okay? But not beating yourself up. We don't need to do that. Okay? My latest book is called Raising Race Consciousness, Healing Racism, Sexism, and Other Isms. I was honored to have this book, like unbelievable, to go #1 on Kindle internationally.
Nice.
And so you can either get it on, either get it on Kindle. You don't have to get a Kindle if you don't want to get a Kindle. It's a PDF on my website.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm charging low for it, low so everybody can buy it. It's a very high valuable book.
Yes.
It's also on ebook stores. And it's, I actually followed someone's suggestion because I wasn't sure what money to charge. So she said, use your birthday.
Is your birthday being the month, day, and the year, or just the year? What's
the month and the date? So the book on the PDF is 7/17. That's my birthday. It's 7/17. $7.17. I like that. I said, okay, it works.
Wow.
So Yeah, and on Kindle it's about the same. And on the ebook they had to have a certain different kind of number. I don't remember, $6.99 or something. The book is precious. It is not a cheap book. The reason it's not yet in print is I only print on 100% post-consumer recycled paper, and that stuff is expensive. I'm not
Right.
using regular paper because I refuse to be a part of pulling forests down and then destroying our environment, which then adds to global warming. I cannot do that. I won't do that, and I don't do that.
Right.
So you can get Kindle, you can get PDF, which means you can read it on a computer. Any of those do that.
Any
Okay.
device, yeah. So
Yeah, any
those
device.
individuals that actually want the physical book, would they be able to put in an order for
I
that
don't
book?
need it. Not at this point because those things cost a lot. And when I do print, my one book in print is the one called What If You
Right.
Are in Life is Miraculous. That's my ABC affirmation art coloring book.
Right.
And to even get a halfway decent price, I had to print, I did my first run of 250 books and still had to charge $25 for the book.
Right.
And it's not like I wanted to, it's what I had to do because of what it costs to print. And that book is on Amazon. Oh, you can get it from me. You can get all my books from me at AudryeNow.com.
Yes.
And they're all in ebook stores. And I think they're all on Kindle. I'm not sure about the what. See, I should know this, right?
But
About the What If book.
well, the joy is everyone can go to your website and find the information. That's the joy.
Yes, you can get all of it there. And if those of you that are concerned about loving yourself, that's the first online course that I put together because this wonderful, amazing woman asked me, she said, what does anyone have to start with on the journey of like growing the self, transformation? So I thought, I got quiet for a second. I said, you have to start with loving yourself.
Right.
One's not going to go anywhere without that. So I thought, well, that'll be the first online course. So that course is called, you can go to the landing page, AudryeNow, AudryeNow.com/morph, MORPH. I picked a word that people wouldn't go, what does it mean? What is it? So it would pique their curiosity.
Right.
Some people call it my ascension course. I didn't want to get people nervous. So I called it Morph into the Morph into the Magic of Self-Love, capital S, little s, ELF for soul essence self and ego personality self. It's a 6-week course with a guarantee. And the guarantee is if you do the course, and I stick to this guarantee, if you do the course as it's designed to be done, you will absolutely complete the course with a heightened sense and beingness of love for yourself and in the world. And what it means when it says it's designed to be done, that means at minimum, you have to listen to the half-hour audio you will get every day and do what it says while you are listening. It won't work if you listen and go, well, that's nice. You have to actually
Right.
do what it says while you're listening. You can do more. I give you plenty of options in the enrichment material that's written, and you get 2 videos a week, one which shows the breathing attunement. I teach a bunch of breathing attunements, and one that shows the transformational technique. I teach you stuff to do. So that the person really has ways to do things, and they're not, you can't just read it and go, I got it. You actually have to practice it, like the
Right.
breathing attunement. You don't get it if I just say it and you go, well, I don't want to do it. Then don't, okay? But you won't get the results.
Right.
And it's like that. And my second course I thought, what do most of my clients ask me? What do I see on this earth that needs help? So my second course, where do most people have issues? Frankly, it's the sex. There's been a lot of, what words shall I use? Misuse, abuse, yucky things for males and females,
Right.
transgenders, whatever. So that course, you can go to the landing page, Audrye Now, AudryeNow.com/sex. And the full name of the course is Sexuality, Sensuality, Spirituality, Stupendous Sex, Your Intimacy, Healing, Exuberance course. It's also a 6 weeks course. Now, in case someone wants to know, it's not like a how-to do this, touch that. There's a little bit of that, but it's mainly a healing course.
Right.
Because I don't even want to go into the stats, and this isn't what this particular call is about how many people have been molested or raped or whatever. But let's just say it's a lot. I've been raped in the past. I've been beaten. I've had stuff done that I have had to heal, and we give thanks. I give thanks. But I don't even have how many words to give thanks that I'm whole and complete, and
Right.
that it took some work. Oh, yeah, indeed. But
Yeah.
I am. I couldn't teach a course if I weren't, because I'd still be at in the pain.
Right.
Okay.
Stuck on the
The
wheel.
course yes. So the course I'm working on now is my working title for the moment is a mystic. Race, sex, ism, freedom. This is my healing of the effects of racism, sexism, and other isms, whether someone is the perpetrator or I don't like the word victim, or the recipient of it, because nobody has to stay in that space. And I know people can say, because they've said it to me, and you know what I look like, you know me, they've said to me, well, you're a white woman, what could you teach? You don't know. So, yeah, no, I've been told, so I'm going to deal with that.
Yes.
Yeah, I am a white woman, okay? So I'm not black, I'm not brown.
On the outside, you're
But I'm
white.
but I'm also an empath.
Right.
And I'm also a woman, okay? I've had sexism thrown at me for how long? Do we even want to go into it? Okay? So it's not the same as racism, but I can empathize. I've been there. I have been vilified by some people, because once I moved out of my parents' home and started to create my own life, at what age? 20, how old was I when I finished college? 23? Yeah, I turned 23 in July after I could, let me figure this out, 18, 19, 20, no, 22. 20, 21, 22. I was 22, okay? And then I moved into New York City, okay? And there I discovered the world, okay? So I have lived a multiracial, multi-this, multi-that life for many years. Many. And I found right up front that even though I was not raised, not in the community in which I lived, and not in that time frame, was not this time frame, okay? People of many different colors, and discovered right up front I liked that.
Yeah.
So I've been living this multiracial, I have a biracial daughter. I mean, I am no stranger to this. I tell people I'm part of the community. Black, brown, beige.
Right.
Well, I am an integral part, okay? I am a sister, okay? And all of that, however one wants to say it. So I know. And there were people who vilified me. White ones, black ones, brown ones. Who the heck are you? Why are you here? And then those who could feel energy and vibration just welcome me with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
Always have, anywhere. In Africa, in the Caribbean. And because people that have an open heart, people who can feel, that's just how it is. We know each other.
Yes.
So this thing, again, about racism, I don't have that new course ready. If you want to, you can pre-register. Just call. Can I give a phone number?
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to give my toll-free number, which you can call and leave a message. If I'm around and it rings, I will answer. But if not, leave a message. I will get back to you. It's 888-757-2333. Is it 3223? 2332? What is it? It's 1-888-757-32 peace. No, it's 888-75. Look at this. I don't know my own phone number.
You don't call yourself.
Yeah, I don't call myself. So it's 1-888-757-3223. That's it. 888-757-3223. I laughed when I saw that because I wanted the word peace in it.
So
I
it's
got that.
888-75 peace. 75 peace.
Yeah, exactly. 888-75 peace.
Nice.
And PEACE. Because, I mean, if you want it, you say it, you go for it. Surround yourself with it and all that. And I'll take pre-registrations to the courses and all of that kind of stuff. So if you, by any chance, have been, how do I want to say this and keep it protesting? I mean, I didn't know I was going to get into this. My first out-and-out protest was against the Vietnam War, which go figure out what number I am right now. But I'm not going to get into that now because my energy is eternal, okay, truly.
Right.
And
you've been a rebel for a while.
I beg your pardon?
You've been a rebel for a while.
I've been awake for a bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I learned that the war was not being fought for the reasons that many of us were told it was fought,
yes,
I was an absolute no, we're not having it. And so I was one of the ones that went down to Washington, D.C. Remember, I'm from New York. We had buses. It's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Went down to Washington. This was all legally arranged at the time. I was not one of the arrangers, but I was definitely one of the marchers. I was going to be I forgot what they called it then, but one of the ones that helped people and what participated like that, not a guard. And then when they found that I was wearing contact lenses, they said I couldn't, that they were going to gas us. And yes, they did.
Wow.
They tear gassed. They did something, okay? And so they put me at the back of the line because I could have been really hurt. Mm-hmm. And we did this very peacefully. And I'm seeing what's happening here. Again, I want to keep my energy and the thing high, so I'm not going to get into where my politics is, but let's just say I like people and I like people treated properly, and I like people of all different color and whatnot, and this and that and the other. So go figure it out yourself.
Right.
And all of that kind of thing. I like taking care of the planet. I love taking care of the planet, or my books would be in print. Okay, all of them. Because it's cheap on regular paper and it knocks down. I can't do that. Don't do that.
Right.
So if you're going to do a protest, really set yourself that you're going to do it peacefully no matter what. And Martin Luther King, I'm not saying we should get hit or kicked or beaten up. No. We just had the death of one of the very first freedom riders, Representative John Lewis, to whom I give high honor
Yes.
for what that man went through
Mm-hmm.
and the courage within him to do that
Yeah.
and keep getting up. Okay? The thing to not do, and I know it can be tempting, but please refrain, is decide, well, I'll make a little fire over here and it's time to stop. My opinion, this is my opinion. This isn't the time to stop that now.
Mm-hmm.
Time to stop that now. We've got planetary alignments that could make this yuck. It's time not to do that. The wonderful Michelle Obama has said, when they go low, we go
high.
high.
Yep. Not get high.
This is the,
We go
no,
high.
not get high. We go high. And when
Right.
you do the breathing attunement, the one I taught you, you will start getting a natural high. And I know other ones that can really raise, and I'm telling you, you do get a natural high.
Right.
That's for real. And I know because I do them every day.
Mm-hmm.
On the one place that I may not have done it, the day is different. Okay? So it's important to know how to do this. That's part of why I'm doing my Zoom thing, my Zoom event.
Right. Your Zoom meetings,
With-
yes.
Yeah, my Zoom meeting. Thank you. And I still need help in doing it correctly so I can let people in. Call me so I can give you, like, there's a number, which I don't remember the number. Okay.
But you'll be
But
posting
it
it on
is-
social media also.
I will put that on. Oh, yeah, I'm on Facebook. I will put it on my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I'll post it on my Facebook page. And I'm not sure where else to post it. I also have a YouTube, which I have to relearn how to post stuff on it because I don't. I am not your techie lady.
Right.
Okay, I'm your creator woman that does healing work, that will do readings for you. I am your spiritual clairvoyant consultant, artist, healer, writer, author. I'm her. Okay.
You're
Who
just
can
not
dance
tech
like
support.
crazy. Yeah, I do. Yeah. No, I'm not tech support. You don't want to ask me for tech support. That is no. Okay, and that kind of stuff. But I will get it out there, and I'll make sure, Kevin, if you, when I look, I should have written it down. I didn't even think to do that. I'm sorry, so that I could tell people
That's okay.
about it.
Because people can
the
connect
Zoom-
with you. People can contact you between
Yeah.
now and then. They can contact you directly. You gave out the number 888-75-PEACE is a number
Yeah.
with which they can contact
Yeah.
you and leave a message if they don't get you. They can follow
Yeah.
you on social media, Audrey Now.
Yep. Yeah, follow my Instagram, Instagram.com, Audrey Now. Yeah, you're going to see me super casual. I mean, it's literally like a T-shirt. Well, you just see my head because, I mean, that's my big technical thing, holding up my cell phone and talking for a minute.
Right.
Showing ducks or an iguana. And I'll talk about deep stuff because there's deep stuff to talk about, and sometimes just casual. But sometimes we just need to laugh.
Right.
We just need to look at some beauty. We just need to take a moment to remember to breathe. Because if we don't, we're done. We're done. If you forget that, what are we? You're a piece of light. You're a spark of divinity here on earth in this moment, in whatever body costume you may have. We've been here many times. This is not our only life. You may have a different belief system, so don't get all strung out about that.
Right.
Like right now, I'm in a white body. I have not always been. I've been in many others. I've definitely been black before, and there's no question. And a whole lot of other stuff. So have you. Some of us more than others. We're older souls.
Yes.
Okay? Some of us have come here to be of service. I'm one of them. And to grow and enjoy and appreciate and love. Anyone who thinks, I've heard people say this, that they came here just to suffer. No, you did not. No.
I haven't heard anybody say that personally.
I have.
Right.
I actually have. She said, I came here to be miserable. I said, yeah.
And anybody that
No.
says that has already defeated themselves, in my opinion.
Yes. Exactly.
Which takes me back to something that you said earlier, and someone commented on it in the stew pot. They said, it's a great idea to do affirmations while you walk. And they said,
Yes.
I will begin to incorporate that in my walks.
Yes.
Which is excellent. You know, affirmations is one of those things. I don't think people really pay attention to some of the things that they say and realize that the frequency in which they say it can really affect the outcome.
That's the whole law of attraction.
Yeah. And so no, the ones that are in the woe is me and they live in that space, that is all that they will experience. Because even when the good thing comes along, they're going to find the negative to slap onto it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the man trapped in the flood and he is on his roof praying to God for help. And a guy comes along in a boat and he's like, no, go ahead. I'm waiting for God to help me. And a helicopter comes along, guy tosses down a rope. He's like, no, go ahead. I'm waiting for God to help me. And he dies.
Yeah.
And goes to heaven and says, you know, God, I thought you were going to help me. And he goes, well, what do you think the boat and the helicopter was for?
Because had it in the head in a certain way. And what did they think would happen? A voice would...
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, you know, so people not aware of what is happening around them, and they speak certain things into their lives.
Yeah.
And they're not realizing that thing that is happening to them that they're complaining about so much is what they have been inviting in all along.
Or there's a lesson there. Like this whole thing. There was a time in my life I was so depressed. I contemplated, let's just say, completing my life right then and there. I was in my 20s.
Yes.
And
early exit.
Yeah. And there were two things that stopped me at the time in my logic. One was I didn't want to be nothing. Okay? That was not an option. And at the time I was concerned that if I died, it would be nothing. I didn't want nothing.
Right.
What I realized is I didn't want what I had or how I felt. So to be nothing, obliteration, was not what I wanted. Okay? And then I remembered a time I'd been happy. So the fact that I could remember a time I was happy meant I could be happy.
Right.
So then I thought, okay, I like that. Then what I did was learn how to go beyond what I was depressed about and made a decision, made an out and out decision to live. And that's something that a person, anybody, at some point is a good idea to decide to actually live rather than to be half asleep or like in the Matrix. They're not really aware. And a lot of people are half asleep.
Yeah.
And right now with what do they call it? The false truth or what? There's no false truth. It's a lie. It's either the truth
Or it's not.
or lie. There's no faux truth. That is. No,
Yeah,
that
you know,
doesn't exist.
these terminologies, you know, I think they have somebody in this room saying, okay, think of the next terminology that we're gonna be writing on for the next 22 days. I don't know. Yeah, false truth. That's the next one. Yeah. Audrey, did I lose you? Audrey, hello.
Yes. Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
okay. There you are.
Good. Okay. Yes. So a person has to learn how to discern for herself or himself what's real, which is another reason why it's important to develop the inner senses,
Yes.
because I can feel it, I can sense it. It's like I know it. There's a way to internally know. It just seems wrong when something is off. I can feel vibrations. I guess like certain things like, ugh, okay? And others, oh, nice. Learn. Everyone's is different. Everyone has a different way. And there's no one born that has no way to discern. If there is, and they can't feel anything, and that's a psychopath. Or close to. It could be a different thing. A psychopath is actually someone who just doesn't care.
Right.
And doesn't feel. So a little different than him for a little. But everyone that I've ever met, let me say it that way, or ever heard of, has some way to discern what's real and what's not. It's allowing oneself to have the courage to pay attention to that. And then either take action or not take action, not decide, well, I just don't want to know, because then I have to be responsible. I don't know if I want to be responsible. Then I have to take an action.
Right.
And the thing is, we don't have to take action all the time. Sometimes we just need to relax and let go of the quote-unquote madding throng and let it handle itself and go inside and be with the peace that's there from which to create. What I've discovered that I call it the C virus. It's interesting that we're having this C virus at a time when we're having some extremely challenging, actually it's not such a surprise, what can be extremely challenging astrological aspect. The positive aspect in this, I consider it a divinely appointed circumstance, not the people dying. I said right away, people dying, no, I don't like people dying. That's even though I've touched the shiny light being space, okay? So I actually know that there's no obliteration. Because I've touched the just before. I didn't go through the door, or I wouldn't be here.
Right.
Okay? I chose adamantly to live, okay? I was going to have my baby. There was nothing that was going to stop me. Shiny light things or no. Anyway, that's other story. And so I know there's something else. But coming back to what was I saying? The C virus.
So yes, you were talking about what was happening astrologically.
Yeah. We have Pluto is traveling with Jupiter, which could be very positive, and then it's going to be with Saturn. That could create devastation. It can create how do I want to say this? Repression, domination. It's affecting someone's astrological chart. It's opposite my sun. It does not always feel good, okay, and all that. So what one has to do is know how to go inside, just do even the little breathing I taught you, and then I can teach others.
Right.
And go beyond. Don't get caught up. If someone is behaving badly, you don't have to behave badly back. Behave differently. And so this is the time that we are being given on the earth, one, for the actual planet to start to recover, because there was so much pollution that the earth was like coughing and hacking and wheezing, so to speak. And when people stayed home, and no driving and no this and no that for a while, did we all notice how the skies cleared?
Yes.
How the snow disappeared? All of that. So anyone wondered, did humans cause the pollution? Yes, humans did. And humans can fix it, which means changing the way we do things, changing how we think.
Right.
Changing what we do, changing the way we make cars, changing that. Will it cost some money? Yes, it will. Is it worth it? In my book.
Definitely is.
Okay, I've got grandchildren. I want them to have a healthy planet. I want them to live well. I will say this, okay, without naming names. Make sure you're registered. Make sure you vote. Make sure, I don't care if you love or don't love, if you don't vote, you're throwing away things that people died for.
Yes.
And then if you get yucky poo, you're partially responsible. So make sure you vote for someone who actually is going to do something good for the planet.
Well, you see, that's just it. One of the things when it comes to voting, Audrey, people tend to look at people and not at the issues that the individuals are representing or are presenting. And they're just going off emotion. I like this person because they speak well, or they look good. They wear a nice suit.
Look at all of it.
Right.
Look at all of it. You can't not look at a person, but look at all of it. Look at a person. Look at them. Do they have a look of honest to God friendliness in their eyes? Or do they have a look of meanness in their eyes? Look at that. Are they slimy in the way they talk? Are they mean? Pay attention to that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are they rotten and nasty to the people, or do they treat people nicely, not fakely nicely, not that yuck stuff? Pay attention to that. If you look at somebody and you get like a stomach cramp, that's not who you want to vote for.
Yeah.
If you look at somebody and you feel like you want to barf, that is not who you want to vote because of their vibration or their energy or the words they say. Not because you want them to wear a blue shirt and they wear a green shirt. That's style. Okay?
Right.
But that kind of stuff. If somebody is genuinely disrespectful, pay attention to that. And I don't mean just to big shots, whoever that might be, okay? How do you speak to a regular person?
Right. But the quote-unquote big shots, that's exactly what they are, regular people.
Yeah,
we're the ones that are putting them in these, or raising them to these levels of status. No, they're people just like you and me. When they get sick, they get in the same sick that everybody else gets. When they need a blood transfusion, it's the same blood.
And some not even as smart as you are, Kevin.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. For real.
Doesn't say much for them.
And indeed. No, you're very smart. Do not put yourself down. I got that. Don't that. You're not going to go there.
I'm playing.
Okay. Then we'll let that be. But you know what I'm saying? Yes. So people can put certain people on pedestals, so to speak, because they may have a talent which is extraordinary. I give credit for like extraordinary talents. I give a whole lot of props to that. But that somebody may have an extraordinary talent that's like really remarkable may not mean that they're extraordinary in other areas.
Right.
Okay?
Well, an extraordinary talent doesn't make you an extraordinary person.
No. Exactly. And some people forget that. Or if someone hasn't developed themselves or gotten in touch with their own uniqueness rather than be afraid of it, then they may want someone to lead them around, or they identify, oh, this one has money, so if I like them, I'll have money. No, they'll have money. You won't.
Right.
Okay? Or that one's gorgeous or incredibly handsome, so I'll identify with them and I'll be gorgeous and incredibly handsome. Maybe not. They are.
Right.
You may be particularly unique, and everyone can be gorgeous and incredibly handsome in their own way, in their own unique way. There's not just one way to be beautiful.
And
I mean, wouldn't that be, oh my God, that would be so horrible.
these are some of the things that you teach in your courses and people can find in your literature also, isn't it?
Yes. It runs through all of it.
So as we wrap up now, what I want you to do is to remind people how to get in touch with you. The telephone number, the social media connection, email, and website. How can people get in touch with you?
Oh, thank you, Kevin. The phone number is 888-75-PEACE, T-E-A-C-E, 888-75-PEACE. My website, and how I spell my name, is Audrye Now, AudryeNow.com. Audrye Now, AudryeNow.com. Follow me on Instagram, okay? And it's Instagram.com/Audrye Now, AudryeNow. My Morph course, Morph into the Magic of Self-Love, Soul Essence Self, you will get to know it. And Ego Personality Self is AudryeNow.com/Morph, MORPH. That's the landing page. It will describe it to you. And my sex course, which is a healing course, the full name, Sexuality, Sensuality, and Spirituality, Stupendous Sex, your intimacy, healing, exuberance course is Audrye Now, AudryeNow.com/sex. All my books, from the most recent, Raising Race Consciousness, Healing Racism, Sexism, and Other Isms, can all be found on my website. You can see my art. I have been painting up a storm.
I noticed.
Finishing my last paint. Yes, I am seeking, by the way, an art agent and an art representative. I have plans for the art. But yeah, I've been painting up a storm. And I'm almost done with the last canvas, and then I'm going to get myself a marketer. If you like the art, let me know. It's on the website. It's on Instagram, some of it. I'll be having Jacque's prints made on metal. Oh, it's going to be gorgeous. And you can also get original.
I'm so looking forward to that.
The Jacque's on metal?
I'm looking forward to you doing a little art show. And I've seen your art.
Yes. I'm figuring out. I'm going to learn how to do it. I'm going to take a little course on how to sell your art online.
Okay.
So I'm going to learn how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to learn after I finish this painting because it needs to be in it. So I can't do it till this is done.
Right.
And then I'm going to learn how to do a virtual gallery. If it's
Nice.
complicated, let's face it, I'm going to have someone do it to me because, as I said, Tech and I,
Yeah, that's not your forte.
not my best.
Right.
And I am doing my
Zoom
Zoom
meetings.
event,
Yes.
my Zoominar. I like that. My Zoominar. It's Saturdays at 3:00, provided I can figure out how to do it. Stay in touch with me, and it's Audrye Now Invites You. Healing, growth, fun, bliss. 3:00 Eastern Time. And it's
Nice.
a half hour. And part of it is some kind of healing, whatever it might be. And part of it is the magic condom water. It's important the water we drink. I'm in an ad. Oh, that's the website. I forgot to tell you. Audrye Now Water, Audryenowwater.com. A lot of people are drinking water that doesn't help them at all.
Mm-hmm.
This water is amazing. It doesn't heal, doesn't treat, doesn't diagnose. It does help the cells release acidic waste. It fully hydrates us. A lot of people are dehydrated without
Right.
even knowing it.
Right.
And it's the best antioxidant I know. And you know me.
Mm-hmm.
You know the kind of energy I have.
Oh yeah.
Part of it is the water. Part of it is I'm vegetarian, mostly raw vegan. I'm not saying you all have to be raw vegan. Don't go panicking. I am saying, I know people can go, oh my gosh, but it is important to be eating more plant-based food.
Right.
And that's a whole kind of other thing. And there's a water that the machine I have makes that washes pesticides off of food.
Mm-hmm.
So this becomes, it also makes a sanitizer. So I'm using it when I do my morning walk and all that. But yeah, please, please, please reach out to me. 888-75-PEACE. You like numbers? 888-757-3223. Kevin, I want to make sure I get to thank you and acknowledge you and the wonder that you are and
You're
the
very welcome.
positivity and the brilliance that you bring to the world and the fun and the music. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And I've been doing a lot of reading and I've come to understand that I'm going to simply make a statement
Mm-hmm.
that our history, our meaning human,
Yes.
the history on this planet, there's a whole other show, is not what most people know. I feel there's
Oh
a
yes.
whole level of prehistory, I'll use that term, that I've come to really feel deeply inside myself is something that we need to look at.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say, who really built the pyramids? Where really did Easter Island come from? Who made those things? How did the NASCAR
Mm-hmm.
line happen in South America? That's a whole other concept.
Oh yes.
So, and when I said earlier that there are higher energy level beings and frequencies of help here, there are. And part of the way you get to start to be able to even experience some of it for yourself is by using the breath.
Mm.
And the breathing, yes, we can change our frequency by how we breathe, how we focus our mind, the energy we bring into us. And do I teach that in the Morph course? Yes, I do.
In martial arts, they talk about your chi,
Yes,
and
chi,
this is
prana.
exactly what it is.
Yep. And
Uh,
when you learn, do you do martial arts?
I did martial arts a few years ago, a few years back. I studied
Cool.
kung fu myself. Yes, I did.
Excellent. So let me give a shout out to people. So if you're home and you don't know how to exercise or whatever, and you like yoga, my favorite online yoga teacher, she doesn't know me. It's not like I'm being paid for this. Okay? He's got a weird name. It's you go to YouTube, Fight Master Yoga. And I mean, I do yoga, so I'm not a newbie at it, but if you knew, you would do Fight Master Yoga Beginners, and then there'll be a slew of things you can choose. I'm in her Fight Master Yoga 690, a 90-day course, and I'm on what day am I on? 43.
You're almost there, halfway there.
Yes, and she's amazing. She has a soft voice. She explains it clearly. She can do stuff. I don't know how she does this.
So,
And
excuse me, pardon me. Sorry to interrupt, but these are the things that people really need to connect with you and find out about. You know,
it's my lifestyle.
I really pray that people don't just hear my guests that are those that do the show and I just facilitate them. Don't just think that they're so unreachable. There's a reason why you gave your number out. I say that to say this. There's a reason you gave your number out. It's for people to connect, and it's not just the fact that you have these resources to present. There's so much more, and you're willing to share it. And
yes.
these are the things, when you talk about dieting, you talk about hydration, you talk about exercise. These are things that people will get from you just from communicating with you, connecting on social media, sending you a message through your website.
Yes.
So
I
don't want people to think that it's just because you have these products why you're putting your information out there. No. With Audrey, it's more than that. Connect with her.
Look, a friend of mine, I live alone, so and I'm a vegetarian, but there's just so much I could eat. But those people who live in what we're going to call food deserts,
yes,
because of the rate, all that stuff, so they may not have fresh food. Get together, a bunch of people, and buy what's called what do they call that? A food tower or a plant tower. A friend of mine, you grow your own stuff. You can grow a bunch of greens. I was going to buy one, and then I thought, my God, I wouldn't be able to eat it all because I'm 4'10". I mean, there's just so much I could eat.
Right.
And I like to eat, make no mistake about that, and I do eat, okay? It's not like I don't eat, I eat.
Yeah, don't let her little size fool you.
Say again?
Don't let the little size fool you.
No, we are powerful. The power is in the petite. But it's like you can't get decent food. Get together with a slew of neighbors or somebody, buy one of these things. They have payment plans. I'll hook you up with a dear friend of mine, the wonderful Yara Prezzo. And her website is, what is her website? Yourholisticapproach.com. YOURHOLISTIC approach.com and tell her Audrey sent you and write Food Tower or something, or call me. Nobody needs to be going and having only garbage,
Right.
and eating yucky.
But that's exactly what it is. This junk food is garbage.
Garbage.
Processed food is garbage. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Call it what it is. Listen,
Look.
don't even get me started. I need to go into this musical therapy and close out this show.
And start listening to binaural beats. Go to YouTube, BINAURAL beats. For whatever area, it'll help your vibration move out. Different than dance music. I'm not saying not to dance. I love to dance. But when you need to smooth I can dance. Okay. Maybe not like you, but I can dance. And, you know that.
I do.
Right.
I do.
Yeah. But listen to binaural beats. We have to not have to, but it's important to upraise our frequency. And by the way, folks, you're never too old. I just got a vibe someone's thinking they're too old. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Age is a number.
Really. And depending on how you live with it and what you do with it, let me tell you, vitality lasts forever if you would like it to.
There you go. Audrey, I want to thank you. Thank you for taking the time out and sharing with us.
Again. My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
It was my pleasure. And we'll talk.
Yes. Mega hugs. And to wife, too.
You got it. All right. Pleasure. Take care.
You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our abbreviated musical therapy.
Will it make it easier on you now? You've got someone to blame.
This is the sound of Cesar.
One love, one life.
The track is called One.
There's one need, one life, one life. It's a sharing, leaves you, baby, if you don't care for it. Did I disappoint you? Leave a bad taste in your mouth. You act like you never had love, and you want me to go without. Well, it's too late tonight. Drag the past out into the light. We're one, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other, Who's done it? Yeah.
This is the sound of Ed Robinson. The more we are together.
They say it takes love to make the world go round. Even though we know it takes hate to make it all tumble down. Yeah. We know that what goes up don't always come back down. No, but when it goes
know it's have to come back around. So if you're digging one pit, my brother, better you just dig two. And if you're setting one trap, my sister, set another one for you. Don't you know things are always never what they seem? No, my reality could sometimes be your dream. But the more we are together, the happier we shall be. The more we stand together, the stronger we shall be.
The sound of Ed Robinson.
We are together,
So true.
we shall be.
4 minutes before the top of the hour.
Together, the stronger we shall be.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
This is the sound of Annette Brissett.
Da, 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 da.
We are all human.
Oh, well, listen. People have opinions all about my life, yeah, and how they've got the answers to life, to what is wrong from right. But I'm saying we are human. We are with the hurt all over. We hand inside. A reminder. We all are human. With the hurt all over. We hand inside. Listen now.
I want to thank each and everyone for tuning in tonight. Join me tomorrow. Healthy love. Dr. J Love joins us tomorrow night. With a very special presentation.
See you for what they want and never ever.
You definitely don't want to miss it. Right here, same time, same place, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We go until midnight. Right here, kevinstew.com. But until then, good morning, good afternoon, good day to you wherever you are in the world. From right here in South Florida, I bid you all a good night. Greetings and salutations, one and all. You're invited to tune in to the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. It airs on Mondays with Community and Finance, Tuesdays with Healthy Love, and Wednesdays with Real Talk from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time. Come spend some time interacting in the stew pot where we keep things bubbling and wind down in musical therapy. The night shift with DJ Kevin Stew is on kevinstew.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.